Hello, fellow anime enjoyers. Amike here. I know it's been a hot minute, but I'm back to tell you my amazing takes on anime. And trust me, no one can ever disagree with my opinion, because my word is law. I'm joking, of course, but that isn't going to stop me from sharing what I think is some of the best anime for anyone to watch with the world. Back in 2006, the anime Code Geass, Lelouch of the Rebellion, started airing in Japan. And by October of 2008, the show was concluded. Now, this show is both in dubbed and subbed, whatever your preference is. Code Geass follows the uber genius Lelouch. Set in an alternate world, the country of Britannia has conquered most of the planet, including the island of Japan, which they've simply renamed to Area 11. Lelouch is hiding here with his sister, and just appears to be an ordinary student among the other Britannians living there. Lelouch appears to be quite content using his mega brain to gamble or trash nobles in chess. However, one day, whilst ditching campus, he gets caught up in a terrorist attack. During the skirmish, he comes across the very thing the terrorists were after. And this thing appears to be a girl. But this isn't just any ordinary girl. She has powers. And she passes on one of those abilities to Lelouch. And from that moment on, the course of this world's history is going to change. And that's just in the first episode. I'm telling you, by 3 episodes in, you won't be able to stop. This show is quick-paced and always keeps you on your toes. When I started this show, I could not stop watching. I lost so much sleep over those first 4 nights watching just so I could finish all 50 episodes. Those nights, amazing. However, the days that followed, well, you can imagine, the drowsiness wasn't fun. Code Geass was one of the very first animes I watched. In fact, it was one of the animes that got me hooked on, well, anime. Up to starting the show, I had only seen a bit of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, a bit of My Hero Academia, and Assassination Classroom. Up to this point, I had really enjoyed JoJo and Assassination Classroom, but I was still very hesitant about my approach to anime. Then came along Code Geass. This was the turning point for me in anime. Once I had started the show, I realized there was an entire art form I was missing out on, and Code Geass had everything that I loved about a good story. There was just so much I loved about Code Geass. From the very beginning, there was mystery, there was romance, there were insane battles. You had no idea how they were going to play out till the very end. Even the slower episodes were enticing to me. Some of the most believable characters I've ever seen in an anime come from the show. Despite being set in a very different world from ours, the characters' actions feel very human and make a lot of sense. And it definitely helps progress the plot in a natural and exciting way. It doesn't disappoint at all. Now, there's only so much I could say about this marvelous show. And what's surprising to me, with how great the show is, from my experience talking to a lot of fans of anime, a lot of them haven't seen the show. And they need to. Not just because it's such a good show, but it's because it's a show that inspired a lot of things afterwards. It's an original of some things you can say. I will give one warning, however. This show did air in 2006, so if you're accustomed to top-tier animation, just be warned. The animation is older and a little different. But for most people, that shouldn't be an issue. For me, I had just started anime, and it was a bit of a turnoff for me. But that quickly changed by the end of the first episode. I'm telling you, this show may not have the greatest animation, but it is top tier in literally everything else. I promise you that. I'd like to share before I depart. There are 4 Code Geass movies. The first 3 of these movies sum up the initial episodes of the original show. They do change a few plot points throughout the story, however. The 4th movie is a direct sequel to those movies, which take place in what's been declared an alternate universe from the original story. It's the same story, sort of. But what I'm saying is, you need to watch the show, not the movies. And I'm not saying not to watch the movies. I'm just initially saying watch the show first, because that's what's the original story, and that's what I've found the best. I have seen the fourth movie. I have rather enjoyed it, but watching it directly after the show is a little confusing because they do change some things, and obviously those movies, they sum up. So what I'm basically saying is, go watch Code Geass and start with the show. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope you go and watch Code Geass and enjoy that even more. Trust me, it's much better than a cringy YouTube video. If you've already seen Code Geass, go check out those movies if you haven't already. Or not, like, I can't really tell you what to do. And thank you so much for watching. Until next time, this has been Amike. Peace!